Fly Sedona and the Grand Canyon. That sounds like a good idea.
Sedona traffic, Archer 1870 Papa taxiing from the ramp to the run-up 421, Sedona.
On the ground in Sedona, we're so incredibly close to the Grand Canyon that it would be dumb not to take advantage of seeing one of the world's greatest wonders. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it, and I'll try to cover most of the right way to do it in this video, but make sure you read up before you try it.
Sedona traffic, Archer 1870 Papa, taking runway 21, departure to the north, Sedona. Here we go. Welcome to the sky, everyone.
We're flying.
We're taking off from Sedona, where in the last episode we explored some of the beauty. If you haven't seen it, you can check out the link above, or maybe just do one adventure at a time and stick with us here. We're flying with Sean and Emily. Kim and Emily worked together back in Tennessee, but once they finished their Airstream renovation, they hit the road and decided to see the country before settling down in Tucson, not too terribly far from Sedona.
Happy to have some people to share it with.
So excited.
I just can't get enough of this.
I know.
Sean also just started working on his private pilot certificate, so he's going to sit up front with me on the way back.
Hooray! It's so beautiful.
Man.
It is, isn't it?
Golly. When we're near the mountains, we're going to get some bumps like that from updrafts. So yeah, we'll fly out this way and climb until we're safely above that.
Emily, what's your thought on the vortices?
I feel a different way when I'm here in Sedona,
Yeah.
so maybe there's something to it. There's a magical element, I feel.
Yeah?
When you're able to get out and find a slice of solitude out on the trail, just, I don't know, it feels different than anywhere else we've been, so
Yeah.
maybe. I don't really buy into that normally.
Kim is spending the first part of this flight punching in specific coordinates into the GPS, while I fly the valley around Sedona to gain altitude to cross a series of mountains, keeping us from our destination.
There you go.
Beautiful.
If you're interested, I can share our route through ForeFlight if you email me at the address in the description below. There are essentially 4 corridors of the Grand Canyon. In our Archer, it took about 2 hours and 20 minutes of flying from Sedona through the corridors. There are 2 main frequencies you'll need to give position reports on, 127.05 and 120.05. The frequencies are listed on the VFR sectional, along with approved route altitudes. Northbound, you'll need to fly at 11,500 or 13,500. Southbound, 10,500 or 12,500. Keep in mind the rules for hypoxia. You shouldn't fly above 12,500 for more than 30 minutes, and even then, be careful.
Oh my gosh, this is just stunning.
It's not uncommon to experience severe updrafts and downdrafts as you approach the faces of the canyon, so be careful and talk to an instructor about how to handle these. There will be traffic below you. They're tour aircraft and they have special permits to be lower than general aviation traffic. Do not fly at their altitudes or get in their way. As I mentioned before, read up on the official procedures before attempting to do this. Once you're ready though, you'll get a view of the canyon that only a fortunate few get, so absorb every second of it.
We're starting to enter the canyon now, and it is, no shocker, beautiful.
At this point, if someone from GoPro is listening, I'd like to say that I love the Max camera. But with flights longer than an hour, there's no way to change batteries. So we're missing some of the best views here because our wing camera died. I'd be happy with a larger camera if it were going to last longer. Just saying. Anyway, our first corridor is the tuck-up corridor.
We're going to make a right-hand turn and head up this canyon right here in about 6 miles. And that'll be the start of the grand tour.
This is so rad.
Yeah. So cool. Agreed.
What a unique experience.
Yeah, not a lot of people get this. Yeah, so feeling pretty fortunate about it right now.
Yeah.
Me too. I am soaking it in.
Grand Canyon traffic, Archer 1870 Papa, northbound, Tuck Up Canyon, corridor 11,500 Grand Canyon.
All 4 of us had our jaws on the ground as we got to see so much more than we anticipated.
Man, love these windows.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could never get that in a jet of any sort. Yeah.
And just seeing the patterns and the contours in the landscape from this angle is so cool.
I'm all teary-eyed back here.
Yeah.
I know, I was when we first started flying over, I was like, I feel like I'm getting like emotional. Like, this is just once in a lifetime. Like, I will remember this forever.
Yeah.
No question.
Oh, this has got me like just hooked.
Yeah.
I mean, because we live in the Grand Canyon state. Like,
Yeah.
we could do this over a weekend.
Absolutely.
Most airports will have courtesy cars, and you can fly in and borrow a car for free, go have dinner, and take it back. It's pretty awesome.
That's really good to know because
Yeah.
that was one of the big questions I had was, like, obviously you can fly anywhere, but then how do you get anywhere on the ground if you fly into a place?
Yeah.
Every airport has a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least.
Most of them do. I mean, out in the boonies, even that little podunk place in Mississippi had a car.
They did.
Sometimes they're not nice cars. Right. The nicer the FBO, usually the nicer the car.
Sometimes they're ex-cop cars, and sometimes they're Nissan Altimas. It's
wow.
most common that.
So Brent's having to hold the visor up in this courtesy car.
Safety first.
Let us know if you have any questions. We're happy to help out and share our experiences with you anyway. So many layers.
Yeah.
All those colors.
After tuck-up, we maneuvered northeast to get ready for the fossil corridor.
Grand Canyon traffic, Archer 187 Sierra Papa, southbound 10,500, Fossil Canyon corridor. That's gorgeous right out here.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not too shabby.
The air seems pretty smooth, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I was expecting a lot more bumps.
Pretty chill. Yeah, not too many updrafts, downdrafts, entering and exiting the canyon.
Next up, we climb back to 11,500 and a northbound flight up the Dragon Corridor, centered on the Tower of Ra.
Everybody still cool?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, love it. Not bad, Arizona, not bad.
I can't believe there's no more traffic than that here.
Right?
On a day like today,
It's perfect.
I would
Like,
expect there to be more
yesterday was garbage compared to today because of the wind.
traffic. Yeah.
This is so peaceful, so chill, and beautiful. Archer 187 Sierra Papa at Dragon Gulf, transitioning to Zuni, India, at 11,500. You can tell the helicopter pilots from the general aviation
Right.
pilots because they sound like they just like go blah, and that's it. And we're like I've bobbled a couple of calls where it's just like hi, my name's Brent. I'm flying a plane.
Average 16,
These are unlike any other calls we're used to making.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, cool. I think we're passing over the road that goes to the North Rim,
Yeah,
part of the canyon.
is that what that road is?
I believe so, yeah.
Nice.
It's just crazy to think about because,
It takes so much effort to get there.
Oh yeah.
well,
The
especially if
North
you want to go from the South Rim to the North Rim,
Yeah.
it's like 3-hour drive because you have to go all the way around. Here we are flying over in like 15 minutes.
Lastly, we hit the furthest east corridor called the Zuni Point Corridor before heading to the Grand Canyon Airport to stretch our legs.
Now, this is really cool too because we've never been to the Grand Canyon this time of year,
Yeah.
so we've never actually seen snow at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to see. You know, you think of Arizona, you think desert, but you also don't normally think about like Flagstaff being
Right.
Oh yeah.
so high, which is, I love Flagstaff.
Oh yeah.
Archer 187 Sierra Papa, Zuni, India, southbound 10-5. That was a better call.
Good job, babe.
I got all the words out of my mouth that time.
Living up to your world's okay.
Yeah, the other ones have been okay. That one was semi-professional.
This is the Zuni corridor.
Yeah, that's where we
Okay.
are now.
Anyone else experiencing
Big fatigue from all the smiling.
Yeah. Yes.
I love that.
We haven't stopped smiling as we meander through the aptly named Grand Canyon's boundaries.
Soak it in, this is it. We land in about 10 minutes.
Making it in.
I could just do this all day.
Yeah.
Well, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Tower Archer 1870 Papa 10,500 Zuni Alpha inbound with Juliet.
Archer 1870 Papa, roger. Make left traffic for runway 201, report midfield, pattern altitude 7,500, and verify information, Juliet.
We do have Juliet, and we'll make a left midfield call, downwind for 2170 Papa. I am going to be ready to stretch my legs and use the restroom. That'll be nice.
Yeah. Go for a pee break.
Yep.
That was truly incredible. Thank you guys
You're
so
very welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
Wow.
We were excited to have somebody to share it with, you know?
Yeah. The Grand Canyon is such a special place to us, so experiencing it like this is really, really awesome.
We land with just enough time to use the bathroom, stretch our legs, and do some passenger shuffling. Then back to Sedona. Obviously, I'll take this opportunity to replace the battery in the wing camera as well. As I mentioned earlier, Sean is wrapping up his ground school for his private pilot certificate. He's going to ride up front with me on the way back, and I'm going to run through cross-country flying and let him get comfortable with the layout of the flight controls.
Archer 70 Papa, runway 21, taxi via Papa Bravo.
21 Papa Bravo 70 Papa. And we're flying. Getting a pretty decent crosswind, which will turn into a tailwind when we start heading to Sedona, and then we'll go real fast. That's fine. It's easy. Anybody can do it. Stay ahead of your airplane. If you've got downtime, like we do now, it's like, what can I expect next?
Yeah.
And it will take all the stress out. There's plenty of the journey where you're like, man, maybe I just don't need to be doing this.
Every pilot I've talked to felt that way at some point, learning that maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I can't do this. I remember one time flying back from Island Home Airport in tears, and I got so frustrated, and I was like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. Not for me.
I was at that time doing my instrument stuff, and I was struggling with that. It just takes time, and like there will be other students in your flight school that are just a little bit ahead of you,
Right.
and just keep talking to everybody, and you'll make it through it, and then you get really comfortable, and then it will be just like it's a means of transportation that can get you, like makes the world so much smaller.
Right.
In addition to the fact that like there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do.
Sedona Airport. Automated weather observation 2.
Okay, now that we've given Sean the pep talk that I wish someone gave me, let's get ready to land in Sedona and keep this adventure going.
1-0, clear, below, 1-2.
All right, so we're gonna start our descent. This is an epic place to land. Love it. Sedona traffic, Archer 1870 Papa. Left base for runway 3, Sedona. Sedona traffic, Archer 1870 Papa, turning final, runway 3, Sedona.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Man, that was epic, you guys.
I know.
Cool.
I still can't believe, like, this is so surreal.
Sedona traffic, Archer 1870 Papa, clear the active taxi to the ramp, Sedona.
We part ways with Sean and Emily for now. Kim and I are off to get some of that elusive lone moment on the trails that Emily pined for earlier. We're trying to catch some of Sedona's mystical energy for the trip home tomorrow. Whether we found it or not, there's one thing that's certain. We will be back. We start our way back home tomorrow. We'll cover almost 1,500 miles. This isn't the end of the adventures, though. Quite the opposite, but there's so much to see in our half of the country. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to be a part of more great trips ahead that will be plain delicious.